My name is Laura Jensen, and if you've ever wondered how two small steps outside a house could turn into a battlefield, well, this is my story. It's a story about love, about being broken, about being trapped, and about what happens when a group of people decide that rules matter more than humanity. Act 1. The accident that changed everything. I was 31 years old when everything changed. One night, driving home from work as a school teacher, a truck ran a red light. I don't remember the impact. What I remember is waking up in the hospital, bright lights above me, pain shooting through my body, and the sterile smell of antiseptic. The doctor leaned over me and said words that shattered me. "Laura, the accident has left you paralyzed from the waist down." I thought my life had ended, but Adam, my boyfriend, he never left my side. For weeks he held my hand, learned how to lift me, how to transfer me from bed to chair, even how to smile when I couldn't stop crying. When I finally came home, I thought things might get better. But there was one problem no one had thought of. 2 little concrete steps outside our front door. To you, they're just steps. To me, they were a wall. Every time I wanted to leave the house, Adam had to physically lift me, wheelchair and all, down those steps. It was exhausting, humiliating, and dangerous. One night, I cried in his arms and whispered, "I just want to go outside by myself." Is that too much to ask? The next morning, Adam said, "Not anymore." He researched ramps, measured the porch, and finally ordered a modular aluminum ramp. When the truck arrived, he built it himself, tightening every bolt with shaking hands. The first time I rolled down that ramp and crossed the threshold on my own, I cried again, but this time they were tears of freedom. Act 2. The HOA strikes. That freedom lasted 1 week. One morning, Adam found a letter taped to our door. I remember his face when he read it, confused, then angry. "It's from the HOA," he said. I took the paper and read, "Unauthorized exterior alteration. Remove ramp in 7 days or face fines." My heart sank. They weren't talking about a flower pot. This was my lifeline. Adam called the property manager right away. "Don't worry," she said. "It should be fine. I'll talk to the board." For a moment we breathed easier, but then another letter came, harsher this time. The HOA board rejected the ramp completely. They said it was unsightly, out of character with the community, and detrimental to property values. Adam filed a reasonable accommodation request. He attached my doctor's letter, photos, ramp specifications, even offered to paint the railings to match the building. The board rejected it again, and then the fines began. $50 a day, then $75, then $100. I'd hear neighbors whisper as I rolled by. Some shook their heads, muttering, "Why don't they just follow the rules?" Others avoided eye contact, and a few even called us troublemakers. But Adam would look at me and say, "Laura, this fight isn't optional. We're not backing down." Act 3. The legal battle. That's when Adam hired Karen Miles, a disability rights attorney. I still remember meeting her, short, sharp-eyed, and confident. "Laura," she said firmly, "what they're doing is illegal. The Fair Housing Act protects your right to reasonable modifications. A ramp isn't decoration, it's survival." Her words gave me hope. We filed for an injunction to stop the HOA from removing the ramp. The HOA hit back, arguing our ramp destroyed the visual balance of the block. The first hearing was terrifying. Adam held my hand the whole time. On the other side of the room, HOA board members sat stiff, arms crossed, glaring at us. When it was my turn to testify, I wheeled forward, took a deep breath, and spoke. "I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking to leave my house safely. Without the ramp, I'm a prisoner. With it, I can live." The room went silent. Even the judge leaned forward, listening. Act 4. The Turning Point. As the case dragged on, something unexpected happened. A young mother told me she once struggled to push her baby stroller up those same steps. An elderly neighbor admitted he worried about what would happen if his knees gave out. Slowly, people realized our fight wasn't just about me. It was about all of them. Then the news came. Local TV cameras showed up at our townhouse. Headlines screamed, HOA fines couple over wheelchair ramp. Suddenly, the board members weren't so smug anymore. Their obsession with aesthetics was now national embarrassment. Act 5. The Verdict. Finally, Judgment Day arrived. The courtroom was full. My heart pounded as the judge began reading. The court finds that the defendant HOA has violated the Fair Housing Act by failing to provide reasonable accommodation. The fines are void. The ramp shall remain. Furthermore, the HOA is ordered to pay attorney's fees and costs. Adam squeezed my hand so tightly, I laughed through my tears. We had won. Outside, reporters asked me how I felt. I told them the truth. This was never just about a ramp. This was about dignity, about the right to live, not just exist. Epilogue. Justice beyond the ramp. The ramp stayed. My independence returned. I could go outside, breathe fresh air, and live without feeling trapped. Several HOA board members resigned in shame. New leaders were elected, ones who understood that rules should serve people, not cage them. Neighbors who once whispered came to us with apologies. Some even thanked us for standing up for what they hadn't had the courage to fight. And Adam? He proved what true love means. Love isn't just holding someone when they cry. Sometimes it's standing up against an entire system and saying, no, not today, not ever. Because freedom doesn't come from rules written on paper. It comes from courage, the kind that builds a ramp, takes a board to court, and wins a future. My name is Laura Jensen, and this was my story, a story about resilience, justice, and love that refused to stay silent. And if you enjoyed this story and want to hear more real stories of justice and resilience, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, share it with friends, and leave a comment below. Your support means the world to me.